Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. So today we're giving away 3 more Apex 50K accounts. So I'm pretty excited. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new week, it's a new opportunity to make some money. That being said, not really in any rush today. It's a Monday with no high impact news. We have moderate news at 10 a.m. New home sales. So I have that marked out for like silver bullet hour. But yeah, how was everyone's weekend? How can you enter? I will release a Google form about an hour into the stream, or around like probably 10:45ish, 10:30. So, looking at the weekly NQ, right? Last week we hit last week's high, all-time high. We failed to close above it. I did think we were going to close above, but alas, we had our TJF setup that I missed in that morning session. But congrats if you caught that short on Friday. Definitely learned something from that. Just like, if we hit external liquidity at like 9:30 to 10, then typically there is a pretty good reversal setup. But if we're hitting like internal, let's say we hit this before, then it probably would have been just consolidation and like manipulating more into that. But yeah, it's a new week. We're in pretty deep premium. You know, I don't try to short tops. I don't try to guess the top. Very well can keep going higher. Or we can consolidate, right? Many possibilities. I mean, like, the daily hasn't been like that easy to trade, honestly. So, looking at like the worst, like, you know, it's not like we got anywhere the week before or last week, right? Where were those candle body closing on the weekly? We could not close above a high or below a low. So, it's going to be an interesting week. Yeah, how's everyone's weekend? ICT's here. What up? Good morning. Someone caught silver bullet. Someone has a headache. Oops. He says, be careful today. All right. Yeah, it already was. Nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna really be trading much today, especially not. I'm probably not gonna trade any funded accounts today. Just like the Apex evals pass in one day, today and tomorrow. And then after tomorrow, then it's like passing 7 days again. So definitely not a day to do copy trading. Yeah, so we're in deep premium, but like we hit this, we can keep going higher. During London, we didn't really do much. We didn't really manipulate anything. Just a local swing low, failure swing out to the upside. Just gonna wait and see what the market does, essentially. It's not really any equal highs. There's some like equal lows here, I guess. The London area. We're probably like, okay, we're like 70 points above that. Let me take off my headphones. They're kind of heavy and I'm not listening to music. Oof. All right, thank you. Pukraj Singh. You don't have to spam though. My bias is bearish for today, but bullish for the week. Interesting. Monday can just be consolidation, creating the range. I don't really have high expectations. What we see, DXY, I mean, not really much. It was dropping earlier. It was below the previous day's low, now it's not. Alright, there's this daily fair value gap and never closed below it, right? It's these wicks doing damage. Came into this order block. in this day. I mean, this just took yesterday's low. Not really doing much though. It's not like below it. It's back now into here. I was just listening to Trader Roundup on Twitter. Like on Mondays, they do like an 8:30 little Twitter space. Kit and Jade Cap to talk about the week ahead and what they're expecting. And Kit was like just basically telling me, he was like, you know, you can lay off the indices. You should look into like crude oil and gold and such. I honestly don't really trade either of those. I'm not used to those markets. So yeah, I can look at them, but I'm not really in a rush to trade any of that. And then, you know, Jade Cap said something interesting. He was like, I'm trying not to like trade too many markets at once, because if you think like in the pit back in the day, it's not like you were switching from orange futures pit to like the NASDAQ pit. I thought that was interesting. Good point. So, I don't know. We have some like we still have like some volume imbalances everywhere. Like what's like here. This we came back into a few times. Never closed below, so like we pushed back up. Took that previous week low there and then just pushed back up, and then did not close above previous week high. You know, that's just not like a directional type of market. I mean, we still are very much bullish. But in a premium. So we'll see what happens at the open. What do we think for the open? Let's take a little poll. It says, don't push hard yet. Clean markets are coming. Everything is sloppy right now. Yeah, I agree. Pretty much. Like, I think the hardest thing is like when you're just like, you're in a sloppy market and then like you tried your idea like once and then like let's say you get stopped out like at this candle and then immediately just gets like bought up the wicks that candle. Now you're just like annoyed, and then you get tempted to buy again. Maybe you do, and then like you get stopped out again because it was stalling. And it takes like willpower to stop yourself. I mean, you have to have a system in place essentially in case that happens, because like just like death by 1,000 cuts essentially. Like you can keep your risk managed too. Obviously there's some people that are just going to start over leveraging and then to make the money back, and then that's how people really blow up. But even so, like even if you're not risking that much every trade, like you can just have death by 1,000 cuts, just like so many paper cuts. All right, let's do the poll. I forgot. Start a poll. Yeah, no need to be a degen trade every single day. Jade Cap is smart. Keep it simple. Yeah, I agree. I'm very interested since now he's like switched into futures. How is he approaching everything? Because he has all the other prop firms together just like I do. Good morning, goodness, Aziki. He's new here. Says, I think it chops today. Yeah, I mean, we had like a huge day on Thursday. Friday was kind of like also large range day. But like on the daily it wasn't. It's like a small bodied, right? Could have another small body pretty easily. Like these 2 days. Right, you kind of like, just like this week here, we came back and filled the imbalance and we had a reversal. And then the kind of we took out that high, last week's high this time, right here, the first week of February. And then it didn't do anything, chopped for 2 days. I remember, I had a difficult time the beginning of February for sure. So this could happen again. It's gonna definitely like mark out some NWOGs and things like that. Like that's typically. Okay, it reached up into this one. Would we have like a gap up or something? No. Yeah, kind of. We're at like the 1840s right now. No, 18,000. Yeah, we gapped up like this much. This is like a large gap here. Interesting. From like still from Thursday. All right. The housing crash incoming should stir up the markets. Many markets are seeing, Mr. Horology says. Horology is like the study of time, right? Cool name. I wish there's a housing market crash. That means my generation can buy homes. I'll be ready. But I don't think so. There's just not enough supply. There's just not, at least in the US, there's just not enough supply. I mean, you have all these people bought when the interest rates were like 0%, 2% mortgages. And so why are they going to sell their homes, right? They're not. They locked in all these good mortgages. What they have to do is pass that act in the House. I don't know. I just recently saw, I was like, so that like hedge funds cannot own single family homes, and over the next 10 years so that they like get rid of their supply. However, like, you know, has to pass through the House and then everything, you know, Congress and the Senate. And who knows, they all have their conflicts of interests there with the hedge funds and BlackRock and whatever. BlackRock owns the world, you know. Anyway, where's the hourly? Someone mentioned during this there's like an hourly order block. Yeah. I guess so. I can mark that out. Someone mentioned during Trader Roundup today. Friend David. I think they're all like having like a meetup in Miami. A bunch of ICT traders. They're all like in Miami. Very much is still boys club. Not that I want to be there invited, because then I would definitely be the only woman there. They're all smoking cigars. Which, good for you. When is this? It's happening like right now. They're all hanging out. I think they're hanging out also. I think there's something maybe more official, like March 1st to something. March 1st to March 3rd or 5th. NYC meetup when though? I personally am probably not going to do any meetups. Tops Up having an event in Vegas in June. I know, but it's like a competition. I'm not like... We all voted, right? By the way. I was so surprised. You guys voted 50-50 in the end about me entering the My Funded Futures competition. And at first I was actually leaning towards no, so I thought that was interesting. So I'm not gonna enter it. Maybe if they have another month down the road, but I'm not gonna enter the My Funded Futures. So it doesn't make sense. Like, why am I gonna go to Vegas and like compete? Like, this isn't like League of Legends, in my opinion, you know? Or whatever they do, like those competitions, right? Like gamer competitions in Vegas. Especially like, I'm not like a high frequency trader. You know, I'm just like, what am I gonna do? Like, you're just gonna be sitting there 3 hours waiting for one shot, one kill, and then leaving. And then, like, you know, those kinds of environments, especially competitions, etc., they they encourage high frequency trading and high leverage trading, essentially, because that's how you can win, especially even in the Robins, right? I mean, that's how you're, at least that's like a year long, so not so much. But like if it's a month-long competition only, or like a few days in Vegas or something, that's just like the people who are gonna win are the people that just go all in, right? Like how else are you gonna win? Start an ICT Girls Club. I actually had a meetup with like 4 other women traders in October. That was nice. It's like someone's birthday, and we got like brunch, but they weren't all ICT traders. If you guys know Ashley on Twitter, she trades Forex. She's an ICT trader, but the others were not. They were more like supply and demand, and like someone was like Q Banks trader. But there was one girl that was an options trader, and I used to be an options trader, and I think she's starting to switch over to futures soon. It might have influenced her there. So there were really nothing happening at open. I mean, like what? Not really any buy side taken. I don't count 830 high as some significant buy side. Yeah. Tanya, did I meet with Hannah? No, but Hannah Forex definitely inspired me to start YouTube. And I actually have had some back and forth comments with her on YouTube. I actually should reach out to her as an update. But like she's been pretty busy with the Philippines, and I've been pretty busy, so I definitely will though reach out to her. But she's in the Philippines right now. Maybe if she like comes to New York, or I go to London and she's in London, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, she's more my vibe, like kind of stay in your lane. I'm trying to stay in my lane, although she's smart. She's not on Twitter. She's not really on Instagram, and she's not live on YouTube, right? I'm a little bit more exposed to elements out here. She has her own Discord group. You're kind of safer behind the walls of your own Discord group, right? But a lot of people have been asking me if I was going to do that. I'm not going to do a Discord group. I don't have anything against it too much, but I'm not like a, how would you say, teacher, instructor. I don't know. Very much like, I feel like more like a comrade, colleague, comrade. We're all in the ranks here together. My live stream. Anyway, I have it on my desk. A little piece of paper I have from a long time ago when I read Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. And I wrote this down, and he says to write it down in the book. It's like, I'm a consistent winner because, number 1, I objectively identify my edges. Number 2, I predefine the risk of every trade. Number 3, I completely accept the risk, or I'm willing to let go of the trade. Number 4, I act on my edges without reservation or hesitation. Number 5, I pay myself as the market makes money available to me. Number 6, I continually monitor my susceptibility for making errors. And number 7, I understand the absolute necessity of these principles and of consistent success, and therefore I never violate them. Pretty nice. There was another thing that I wrote down also. It was like five things, but I don't know where that is right now. But yeah, that's pretty much like the first book I read about trader psychology, and I think that's like the good intro. Like Mark Douglas is like the OG, rest in peace to him. He has like some good YouTube series, online presentations as well. The Disciplined Trader series is good. Someone says, I wonder what Michael thinks of Mark Douglas. I'm sure he agrees with all these principles. He's mentioned them in his spaces a few times, right? Tanya, can I ask you what do you think about trading in the zone? I have the book, but I've spent more time studying ICT and didn't have the chance to read it. Should I? Yeah. I definitely think you should. Puts you more in the mindset, thinking in probabilities. So, well, not really much this open, I think, right? I just like switch to 1 minute, which is why I don't really watch the 1 minute when it just opens. Unless it hits like a PD array or point of interest for me. Good morning. Good morning, Lewis. So, not really much. We had a little surge. So would you guys say it opened 58%? News incoming at 10. Yep. Thank you for the answer very much. Yeah, so I would say my top two, Trading in the Zone, and then by Mark Douglas, and then The Mental Game of Trading by Jared Tendler. Right, because Mark Douglas kind of tells you like what mindset to have, but then like Jared kind of gives you actionable steps, right? So I feel like a lot of these trader psychology books or whatever, they just say like what to do, but not, and why to do it, but not how to do it, right? Exactly, right? So you really have to formulate a system. I really have to add and modulate my system as well, my mental game system. And I have a little bit, right? I said like I just shut down my computer when I'm done trading for the day, so like I can't just go back to, because a lot of times I'll just open up the trading view chart and then somehow I'm like, now I'm in a trade because I saw some sort of reaction. But hey, you were done trading. Like, why are you? And then all of a sudden now you're invested in that trade and you're over trading it. Right. So I shut down my computer. I think there's another app called like Cold Turkey. I'll probably get it. You can kind of like put timers on things like on your computer. So I think it's like after my friend who's like in my accountability group. I have a weekly accountability group actually for trading. It's like 5 different people, including me, and they're not ICT traders. Only one is, and he recently joined. Because we don't talk about technicals. It's just about your performance, your mental game. And what was I trying to say here? Yeah, he uses Cold Turkey, which is like, he says like he only trades like the morning session, and at 11 like that software like automatically closes all his trading apps for him, like the trading view and everything, and he just can't log in. But I'm so impulsive, I think I would just literally change the settings, which is so undisciplined, right? Which is why I have to shut down my computer. Really nothing here. I don't know. It's an ugly 5-minute doji here. We have news at 10 though. What if you're in the middle of the trade when it triggers? I know, right? I'm Mike W. I know, right? I have to ask him that. I guess he's not really in a trade at 11. Or maybe like it causes him to think about that and close it, but I don't really want something like that. Like if I'm in like a one shot, one kill, then I'm gonna hold from the morning into the afternoon session, like on Thursday. That someone asked, like, are there any days that like times where you will set and forget? I mean, not really. Even on Thursday when I bought when this 1 minute was inverted in this area, and I like targeted like 1826 for my last runner, took like one off here. Even here, I was just like, I was still at my desk and watching it, which I wouldn't need to because I put my stop at break even after like this point. I mean, but a lot of people do. Back in my stock trading days, I was in like a group, a paid group. Scott Redler, if you guys know who that is, he's on Twitter. He probably has like 200K, but like he trades just like common stocks and options. And he would just, go to lunch and have his stops, and not going to be at the desk all day. But that was like a paid group, and it was pretty good. I mean, not too bad, but it didn't really teach you much. It was literally it was a signal group, and it was good because at least it was tied to like a software that showed what time he bought what stocks. But yeah, I mean, I learned some good things about the market there, like just by watching and hearing more jargon about how these traders they were trading for 20 years trade. So it was a little bit like being in the pit a little bit, because they have their own prop firm office in New Jersey and New York, and a legit prop firm, not the funding companies now, like the traditional prop firm, which is if you want to be in their prop firm, I think you have to take what is it called, the series A and B, to be a analyst. And then also you give your own money, $10,000, and then they'll give you 10x leverage on that. And then I think your drawdown's 10,000. So once you lose that, then you're done essentially. That's how the traditional prop firms work, right? Because you just go there for more leverage essentially. Who shorted in the video? Are you in a trade right now? No, you typically will know if I'm in a trade, because on my Ninja, there'll be a green and a red line, or a blue and a pink line, and it will denote it. But no, there's not really much to see. It's 15 minutes, a doji. It's a high wick now. I mean, not much. DXY took previous day low, is now just coming back into the range. What do you have for ES? Is not really much either. You have market's a bit out of sync, not too much. But we have Muse at 10, so we'll see if that injects some sort of volatility, but it is just moderate news. If I take a trade, it will be on just an eval, and for Apex, gonna try to pass a couple today. Just to have I have 11 PAs at this point with them, but I have, so you can have up to 20 Apex accounts at once. So I'm just trying to get to 20. And then people ask well, how are you going to do that? How are you going to manage it after? I will not copy trade all 20 at once, especially when you first start out in them, because when you first start out a funded account, that's probably the most difficult part of it because of the trailing drawdown. And you don't really want to start in drawdown. It's the worst, right? Because now you have negative money. And yeah. So you have ES and YM moving up at this point, while NQ is a little bit weaker, right? YM's just going for Friday's high. Almost there. It's 80 points away. Tell me about those losing trade fellas. I don't know, what is he talking about? Lucky. What happened? Okay, so this is it's bouncing on this hourly order block that I had marked out. So, I wonder if it's going to have any kind of reaction. Or is it just going to bleed for London lows? I would think it just bounces here and he called it before it happened. That's what happened? Really? Nice. What did he say? It was going to leak lower. Someone was like, Tanya, you ghosted ICT on Friday. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I did not, I can't like read the entire chat. So sometimes I'll miss something, especially like if I'm trading or in a trade. Today I'm not so, today I'm engaging with the chat a little bit more because I don't have high expectations. You can put this failure swing here / London low. Okay, so it's not holding up over there, the order block. So actually, that's not really an hourly order block. It's more like here. So that's not it. Meh. Not really. So now we're just accelerating towards the downside. We have 10 a.m. news here. Wonder what it will do there. It's breaking this like 15-minute swing low. Fair value gap and order block here. It's possible it just like has a short-term bounce. And then maybe during news it goes for the London low. Maybe. Or maybe it consolidates today. Right, low expectations. I have no bias today. Cool. Yeah, you have London equal lows here. It's true. Okay, so little bounce there into this fair value gap, 15-minute fair value gap and order block. Makes sense. Well, we'll have to see. We do have like all this gap up still. There's Friday's low this. Definitely gonna wait until silver bullet hour. So that was so far quite the bounce from here. 30-point bounce. You know, right after I stopped the stream on Friday, that was pretty much the silver bullet. When there was like, this was the cleanest one, like right at the, this was the cleanest one. Like I was like, oh, this is so ugly, I'm not gonna short, and then boom, there was this obvious, like this was the clean break of a short-term low with a fair value gap aligned with it, right? Two London lows. But I already made the decision I wasn't gonna trade that, so. But I learned something. I was like, you know what, like external to internal is a lot faster and typically happens. No way will lead. Opening range gap closed. Yeah. Right there. Correct. Yeah. Interesting. That also lines up with the order block. I think, while he says, I think Inner Circle traders using order flow, he entered an aggressive delta. No. Definitely not. You don't use indicators. But I do see, like, lead, you're often, when I'm entering a trade, you often are talking about the delta. I mean, it's likely things just match up because of us looking at different, like, order blocks and the way candlesticks form. So in my case, I'm just like, yeah, I don't need an indicator if this is working and the indicator is showing what I'm already thinking. Very interesting here. What will happen? We'll see at 10. You know, DXY is just back in its range. What does ATH mean? It meant all-time highs, so it was previous all-time highs. There was like a previous weekly high that we hit Friday morning, and that's where like we dropped off. I had a pretty strong reversal there for the morning. I'll put previous. I'll just put like previous ATH. Because now we have like, this is the all-time high now. It doesn't matter, like I'll see it anyway. Someone said bro using the VWAP for sure. That's a good joke. I can't. On April Fool's, like ICT should just like live stream and have the VWAP indicator open and like the EMAs and cumulative delta and volume bars here and the VPVR, the volume profile on the side, and start talking about selling and buying pressure. Just to, like, troll everybody. That would be really good. Tanya, when do you move over to the next contract? It's when I go on bar chart and then I look at the volume and open interest of the contracts. And then whenever it moves over so that the next expiring month has more volume and open interest, then I'll move over. Typically the volume, I think. I mean, it's typically just like one typically does exceed the other like the day before. It's not really much of a difference then. Relative strength index, not so relative. Huh. Yo, RSI and the MACD, like just have all the indicators open and live stream on April Fool's Day. I think that's a good idea. Which trade copier do I use? It's in the description. I use Replicanto. I am in the middle of making that tutorial. But in the meantime, you can go to Brian Stonk's YouTube page for that. He has a pretty good tutorial. But I do want to say, like, in terms of any kind of trade copier, anyone that you use, make sure you do not use your sim account as the leader, sim 101, because your sim account orders are not like sent to the brokerage. They're just internally sent to your computer. So there's a possibility then like of a glitch happening, and then your orders are not sent to the broker, right? So make sure that your leader account is a funded account or an eval account, because then it will be sent to, Trade Evade or Rhythmic or whatever. Like in the case of something happening, you're not going to be, don't use the Sim 101 account as leader ever. Greetings from Sweden. Greetings. Anyone here from Netherlands? Got an Amsterdam mug today. Although I've never been, I've bought this in the Amsterdam airport on my transfer from Croatia to New York. I'll go one day, but like, you know, while my grandma's still alive, just still going mostly to Croatia if I have vacation time. They have a lot of, I saw some video of like them pulling out like bikes from the river like with this magnet, and there's so many bikes that fell in the canal there in Amsterdam. Yeah, so okay, so it makes sense for it to that it bounced here, filled in the gap, and now it's just like, you know, kind of time distortion, just like hanging around before the 10 a.m. moderate news. Just interesting. Yeah, I mean, you have YM on the hourly just like surging up. It's very much way stronger. At 9:30, it displays to the upside with a 15-minute candle. ES not below. ES did not take like that same low here. So you have like an SMT right there for now. Let me like set up the Google form to send out soon. Africa, ICT represented. Cool. Yeah. Where's everyone from? Yes, I do speak Croatian. Long. Somebody saying Khalifa. Okay, good luck. You know, can definitely manipulate and take this again. Okay, Portugal, Africa, Canada, Algeria, Wisconsin. The cheese state. I've never been there. I've been to Detroit. I think that's the closest to Wisconsin. England, UK. Been in the Heathrow airport. That's it. Many times. Taking the train and a bus to get to the next terminal. North Georgia Mountains, Thailand, Canada, Mexico, Chicago. There's a really good song that just got released about Chicago. It's very nostalgic, and it made me want to visit Chicago. I never have. I don't know what it's called. Let me see. It's a good song, honestly, so I'm gonna look it up and tell you. End of Beginning by DJO. So it's like one word. Ethiopia, Ireland, India, cool. Philippines. Yeah, actually, you know, Queens is like a huge melting pot. So, and I went to public school, so I pretty much know all my friends are from different countries. Like I have Indian friends. I have like my friends like half Puerto Rican, half Chinese. My other friends half Indian, half Dominican. Like the Caribbean country, Dominica, I think it is. My other friends like Egyptian. My other friends Croatian. My other friends German. My other friends half Ukrainian, half Russian. That's the cool part though, is that like you can go to whatever restaurant like you want. Like if I want to have momos from like Nepal, I can go and be there in like 20 minutes. My neighbors are from Nepal, actually. My other neighbors are like Irish, Italian. Okay, ICT. Have Ukrainian. Note the 15-minute 4:30 Fair Valley gap. Got you. Yeah, I've noted that. I will note it, further denote it though. I mean, it bounced there in the order block. And we have an SMT now of ES. So 10 o'clock news happened, didn't take this low. So I wonder if there will be like some bullish action now. We'll see. Not really much. Wonder if it ends up starts like, you know, closing below, etc., then I would look for bearish, but you know, it has not. It's respected this. C930 for ES. Okay. Just gotta be if this then that type of thing. Well, I'm just like looking at this Google form thing. I will just put in like an alert, the short-term high and the short-term low. Can you imagine just being in this chop though? Ugly. Okay, is it gonna displace? Looks like it is creating bullish fair value gap. I mean, it has to do one more candle up now. So we'll have to see what happens here. Okay, nice push up there. Okay, thanks ICT. I enjoy hanging out with you all here, but be respectful to the host. I'm not running the stream, don't want to disrupt. Yeah, we appreciate the little things you say to note. Remote control? 944? Note that one, he says. Small-bodied candles precede large ones. Mm-hmm. ES already had made a fair value gap, and it had retraced into it at this point. Now it's inverting this. Yeah, so what I had mentioned before was this, that ES was already had reached into this, while NQ was sort of up here. Interesting here. Definitely a push-up. Wonder if it will come back lower. I mean, it would be better if it sort of... you also have like this... It would be better if it inverts this. It's like a 5-minute fair value gap as well. It didn't. Wonder if it will retrace or not. Yeah, he wants me to label this IFEG. I dug into this fair value gap here. Let's see this. It didn't really invert it, so it couldn't come back. Definitely in here in like this discount. If it's gonna be fast though, it should just like hold up in here. We'll see. Watch the bodies in there. Yeah, bodies. What time are you live every morning? 9:15. Let's see. This leg started to move up, so I do wonder if it's gonna retrace in the discount fair value gap here. Someone took the buy here. Yeah, let's see here. It's retracing now in this discount. Bum bum ba-da-dum bum ba-da-dum bum. Alright, I'll try that buy. I hit buy bid there. Got quite a nice entry there now that it's wicked it like that. Interesting. Interesting how that did that. Now the bodies respected this higher one. So it'd be nice for it to just like start ripping up higher from here. Probably to new high of day. Quite a nice fill there. So let's see now this like close above this candle's high for further bullishness. It would be nice to see like it do that quickly. Wouldn't be that great if it came back and like closed below this and whatever, you know. So far it looks pretty nice. I would like this candle also to close above this inverted fair value gap, which it just did. So let's see some speed here. Immediately I'm like 20 points in profit. So that's nice. Just looking at the hourly here. We have 46 minutes left in this hourly candle. Right? It's like 10:13 right now. Okay. Now we're in this candle and 1 more minute in this 5-minute candle. It should be inverting this one. It'd be nice to do that. Pretty happy with my fill overall there. As it came into here at this area, I just pressed buy bid. Let's see, ES. ES is not, it used to be stronger. It's not really up near the highs here. Tanya, are you targeting days high? We'll have to see. I don't really want ES to start like losing his control here. ES just like disrespected its fair value gap like in this area. Alright, 10:15 tilt alarm. I'm not really happy that it like retraced here and no speed there. We'll see what ends up happening there. Not the best action. I still got a really good fill. Retraced a second time in this fair value gap, which is fine. But if you retrace a third time, it's typically not a good sign, right? So I don't really want it to spend a lot of time in here. Looks decent. Looks pretty good, honestly. I was just looking at like other time frames on the 3-minute, like the bodies, like it was just wicking into this. Along with here, like we just wicked. Inverted this and came back again. What time is it? 10:16. I will just put an alert if it like comes and fills this fair value gap completely while I look at DXY. Okay. The failure swing is this. What's like -1 from this? Probably aim for this. I'll probably go for that. And that also I don't know what this is lined up with, honestly. Oh, with this move here. Yeah, I'll do that. So there's a 2.6R. Cool. I'll definitely watch here. Gotta watch here. Is it going to close above and start speeding up? Or is it just gonna create another, like, failure swing here? To me, it looks bullish. Looking good. So yeah, so my stop is there, and I'll probably just go for this, the 2.6R. What is ES doing nowadays? It's just... Alright, bro. Oh, yeah, I wanted to look at DXY. Now I would like to see it start pulling away from here, close above. Nice. Close above with speed would be nice. 47 seconds left in that fair value gap. I mean, in that candle. 40 seconds left in that candle, so you have to be patient for the close of it. Once it does, then I move my stop up to here, you know? Especially should not return a third time in a fair value gap. Now this is a balanced price range after this closes above. I don't need this fib anymore. 9 seconds left. It's all going into our favor here. I'm pretty sure this is like a 2R right now. So that's nice. Now we move the stop up. I can see people having their stops here for sure. I'm gonna look at this fair value gap in this inversion here. Right, now my stop is literally 2 points. I forgot I have to be quick with Apex actually on those evals. But there's no fair value gap created. It's sort of like more of an immediate rebalancing here. Decent. This really is a TGIF setup, someone says. It's Monday. Immediate rebalance. Now we want to see the candles go towards our target. If in the next minute it doesn't, then I'll take one off as a partial to pay myself. In fact, like, I probably should take a partial because it's like up like 2R from here. It's a small bodied candle. Small body candle precedes large ones. I'll be a little patient here. 20 seconds left in this candle. So let's see some more large body candle towards the target. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Immediate rebalancing here, there. Close above. It should expand here. 3 more points and then we get their profit. Be patient, there's 40 seconds left in this candle. I can move up my stop up now to in profit for sure. Shouldn't come back all the way here. Right. In fact, I've probably moved my stop to here. 25 seconds left in this candle. ES is starting to move back up. YM is bouncing from a 15-minute fair value gap. Okay, 11 seconds. Nice. All right, I will just take a partial here. Small body candle. Yeah, I'll take a partial. 1 off there. Okay, took a partial up here. So we're very close to this, and now I'll move my stop up where 3 PD arrays fail. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, probably here. Okay, I mean, this should be a large body candle through here, 2 small ones. Just be patient. ES is coming back up, you know, all the indices are following through. So, and we're in the leading index, so should be good. In fact, like it could go to new high of day, but this is my target here. It doesn't want to give me those extra, literally extra 1 point here. What was the high here? 33.5. Just 1 more point for Tanya. No. I feel like this is where ICT just puts his stop, like right here. The immediate rebalancing low. Because it's like so close to your target. You have a little fair value gap here that you can look at. Good thing I took a partial. Partials pay. www 1021 FEG. Yeah, exactly right here, right? It's not really... it comes back into like C's of wicks when it's like in a premium like that. It's not really helpful, but... Okay. Cool. Can't get like too stressed from like just the first black candle. You know? Creates like a double top for other people to try to short it before it purges through. Get ready for them W's though. Honestly, I'm just happy with my entry there. Was never in any drawdown. I was lit. Must be random, you guys. So you don't just like buy in premium fair value gap. Target smash, let's go. W. Yeah, this is how we do it. Oh. Boom, pay the trader. You didn't see anything. Must be random. Okay, cool to see like now it's going strong, right? Large body here. I'm gonna go for speed for the new high of day, but I'm happy with this. Solid. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up button, people. And now we're gonna, with that, we're going to send the giveaway link. Awesome. See, all about being patient, waiting for a good entry, being patient, not being two-faced during this, being patient for this to close here. Patience is a virtue. Patience pays. Yeah, I'm happy I just went for this. Like, I'd be annoyed if I saw this now. W for well done, W for win. Woo! Okay, yeah, here's the giveaway link. Enter. That was the AM silver bullet? Yeah. Between 10 AM and 11, a fair value. We had a drawn liquidity. We saw a fair value gap form. Break, 2022 model. Break of a short-term high here and here. Pretty nice. Entry here. How many minutes did it take? 10:11 until 10:26. Literally 15 minutes. That's lit. That's most of my trades. W. Enjoy the rest of your day, munchkins. Be safe. Thank you. Okay, I entered the giveaway. Giving away 3 Apex 50Ks. They currently have their 80% off sale, and you can pass in 1 day. Typically, you can only pass in 7 days. So if you hit the profit target, you would have to, in 1 day, you would have to flip micros for the rest. So that's what's cool about Apex right now for today and tomorrow, pass in 1 day. So if you hit the profit target today or tomorrow, then you can just get your funded account right away. So pretty lit. And Apex is the only prop firm that allows you to have up to 20 accounts. So here you go. The Google form is how you enter. So good morning. Yeah, let's put in those beautiful trade entries there and exits. That's beautiful, isn't it? That's me taking a screenshot for Twitter. You didn't see anything. No risks, just rewards, someone said. Clean trade? Yeah, very clean. One of my better trades, I would say. So, we anticipated this area already, this order block and fair value gap bounced at, and it had an SMT with ES. That's smart money lending its hand, showing its hand that something might be happening. There might be a shift in structure soon, right? That's not a trade idea in itself, never is. Okay? First you have to have the narrative and your idea. Then you look for the SMT to confirm. And then you wait for the structure. Well, that's what I do. I wait then. I'm not just entering here. Some people, whatever, they like to enter early, whatever, the turtle supers of the world. I'm not a turtle super. Brilliant exit as well. Isn't that nice? That's a brilliant exit. Weird. I'm just happy I'm not still holding on to anything. Right, so what was the idea? It was the idea was mostly okay, I'm not shorting all-time highs, but also I don't have high expectations, right? So I didn't think you're gonna have such a large move, so it makes sense for it to stall at some sort of PDRA. So it was 15-minute and then go for the other one, right? This is still consolidation. This is how you play a consolidation market, essentially. Yeah. And if it did not come back down here, I just would have missed a trade. I'm fine with that, but I wasn't gonna just enter in this one, Too much risk then. It's a 1-to-1, but I'd go for that's 2.6 R right there to here. Fun, fun, fun. It's a good time when we have a good trade. It's satisfying. One trade enough for the day? Question mark. Is it enough for the day, you guys? Be content with enough is my little watermark. Someone got a W on the challenge. Good luck. Good job, I mean. I enjoy seeing her sense of accomplishment. I love it. Thank you. The candle I picked for take profit was a short-term high or a failure swing. And it also aligned with, what was it? It was like aligned with the negative 0.5 of this leg up, which was, I like it when it aligns with some standard deviations. I was also looking at this one, this failure swing. Like when you don't have a breaker block, when you don't have a breaker, right? This is like the breaker up here, essentially. Then you gotta measure the failure swing. So the -1 is here, right? So you have like 3, like, you know, in the same area. I'm gonna choose the lower one, which lined up with this. So that's what I did. I think I read the order flow pretty nicely as well. I was pretty happy with that. The way I was reading price while I was in the trade. This immediate rebalance here. Like I was first thinking like, oh, it's going to create another fair value gap. No, it was just an immediate rebalance. And it didn't come back to this until later, right? So, until after my target was already hit. Like, my thing about inverted fair value gaps, I'll like rarely use them for an entry. I'll use them for like sentiment and like a market structure shift. Just like seeing that bullish order flow, like, you know, bearish order flow is being violated. Bullish order flow is now in control. I'm not like entering in a inverted fair value gap most of the time. Only if it's like one like right before it took liquidity and there's like no other signature in price, like a regular fair value gap, will I do that? So anyway, starting off the week to a great start. No. Starting off the week to a great start. That doesn't make sense. It's redundant. What would you say? I don't know. I told you 1865. We're not there yet, though. I'll mark that out, though. Totally possible. Proud Papa, quick. Oh. Papa ICT in the house and saw us take it. Okay, you guys, have you entered the, You guys ready to choose? You guys ready? Are you ready, Freddy? I'll give you guys 2 more minutes. How about that? For anyone that missed it in the chat, I'll post it one more time. Give you 2 minutes. As we watch it, it will likely go for here. But in a consolidation market, I will just go for the first low-hanging fruit. You know, typically after that happens, you know, it'll just, you see how it like went retraced lower and back into here. Now I'll like watch this a little bit here. Exceeded, came back. Let's see how it respects this. We don't need this anymore. You can watch order flow here. Meanwhile, ES is just barcoding. What? Thank God. Thank goodness I took NQ. Yeah, low-hanging fruit pays a trader. Even with the low-hanging fruit, it was a 2.6R, you know? I mean, I think low-hanging fruit would have been this high, right? I don't know. I got long right there. My stop was here. Even, I think, you know, if it had inverted, this might have taken a tighter stop here, literally 2.5R. Yeah. That's really good. The week is off to a great start. That's what it is. Okay. You guys ready for the giveaway? 2,500 people. Hit that like button. Are you not entertained by this? Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna pick it when we get to 1,000 likes. It doesn't make sense for us to be at 2,500 people and 870 likes. So when the video hits 1,000 likes, then we shall do the giveaway. Someone said they would have left a runner, but it's Monday. Yeah. I mean, this was moderate impact news. I don't really expect us to move that much today. Especially like what ES is not doing anything. Okay, we got the likes. Nice. Oh, someone said, LOL, that was quick. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? It doesn't hurt to like. All right. Yeah, so you see it's a Monday and ES was very much stalling. Now this is here, not holding up in this fair value gap. Likely just not going to do much. Going to come back to the middle of the range again and do some whatever it wants to do. What do I know? So pretty happy with my take profit there. Right. Was in the trade for 15 minutes. That's a perfect amount of time. All right, let's choose the winners. All right, so you must be a subscriber and you can only enter once. I do check these after the stream, verify. And if the person that's chosen is not a subscriber, or if they entered multiple times, then I just choose somebody else. Okay. We're going to do a random number generator. Honestly, today was pretty good. I mean, I think I did really good juggling everything. Okay, we have 1,000 entries. Over 1,000. Let me just put OBS here. All right. Let me see this. How many entries? Trying to make this. Okay. Cool. How many entries are there? Marek. I feel like that's like a Polish name, right? I know someone named Marek. I have Polish friends too. Okay. 1020. Okay, 2 to 1020. Good luck, everyone. Generate. 861. Our first winner, number 861, is Abdul Rashid. Congrats. The YouTube username is Minister Gaia. Cool. Congrats to our first winner. Okay, second winner. 148. Congrats to Brian. YouTube user Lout. Right, 148. Yeah. Okay, our last winner is 476. 476. Congrats to Philippus. Philippus Gerber 1442. So congrats to our winners of our Apex 50K accounts. I will email you with the code to use at checkout for your free account. Thanks to Apex for giving me some accounts to give away. And we're going to do some more account giveaways tomorrow for the last day of their sale. Today is a 80% off sale, and you can pass in 1 day. So if you hit your profit target in 1 day or 2 days or whatever, then you pass. So Tanya, do you analyze the behavior of the correlated indices? Are you new here? And do you see it here, SMTES here? This tells you the answer. The answer is yes, of course. Of course. But of course. Do you recommend rushing the Apex evaluations? It depends. So you can approach it how you want. It all depends on the person. And if you're a beginner or advanced or whatever, mostly I recommend just like treating it like a funded account so that you don't have to switch your mindset, right? However, it depends. Do you have time or do you have money? Or do you have both? Right? Some people that have money, I mean, they're really cheap. So they'll just buy a bunch. They'll even copy trade a bunch. I know someone who just copy trades 20 of them at a time, which is a ton, but will copy trade like 20 evals at a time to get to the profit target just as quick as possible, right? Because they just want to get to the funded stage. Or, you know, do you have less money, but you have more time, and you're willing to be patient, then take your time. Most of the time, just like, I would say, like, don't rush, especially if you don't see your setup, right? Sure, like, I will typically, on this trade I made the 1500, I'll typically size a little bit. I typically take like double the size on my evals than my funded accounts, because I do want to get through them faster, personally. But I don't like just take any little like scalp or something, you know? What copy trader do I use? Or do they use? Replicanto. The link is in the description for that. It's like about it's about $200, but like if you use the discount, I asked them for the discount for you guys. It's like I got 20% off. So if you use the code TANYA20, you'll get 20% off. So it's like $160, just a one-time payment, which is obviously worth it, right? If you're copy trading, you're going to probably make more than $160 in your first winning trade. And then that's it. And they regularly do updates, which is why I like Replicanto. Like, they have a little blog on their website. They're very much, you know, emailing you when there's a new update, etc. They getting rid of bugs, etc. Do I build a cushion before copy trading, fund it, or straight to it? Good question. I like to build a cushion because, like I said, if you, it's the worst thing to just like start out a funded account and drawdown. So like, you don't want to try to start like 5 of them in drawdown, you know? Time, it's in the description for the, okay, I'll put it in. So I just want to hang around and see if we hit the high of day. Why would I use the middle FEG? The reason? ICT told me to mark this out, but I would use it because this is the inverted fair value gap before it took some liquidity. It took liquidity, right? This is the inverted fair value gap before it took this liquidity and this liquidity. There's no inverted fair value gap before that. Right? So I wonder, in this case, I wonder if this bull flag will work out because we have the liquidity up there and we took opposing. Or will we come back in the middle of the range again before going up higher? You know, ES is not really looking interesting anymore. So, pretty much caught the silver bullet there. Yeah, thanks for the stream. You're welcome. Six Sister ES now? No, I don't think so. There's no reason for it. It's like not really I don't like doing Six Sister if they were the stronger SMT and now they're suddenly the sicker sister, right? Like, ES did not take this low and it was stronger here, and then it started being weaker. It doesn't make sense for me to now get involved there. Someone said they're losing patience. Yeah, well, partials pay. I got out. What about the 930 sweep? What about it? The thing is, like, what sweep is it really? It took out, like, just this one pre-market swing high. You know, this kind of took out way more lows down here into a 15-minute fair value gap in an order block. It's like, what did this go into? Nothing. You have, like, all these, like, lower highs. Right? It could even come here, you know? The Friday afternoon highs. I'm just gonna watch it. Let's watch it. Let's see. I think it's good to see, like, if you had higher, more like, take profits and you thought it was gonna go higher, like, what would it, and you ended up taking the low-hanging fruit. It's good to watch what would have happened. Like, oh, was that a good decision? Or, well, next time, will I hold a runner? For me, so far, this was a good decision. And it was based on no high impact news, Monday. It's a Monday, there's no high impact news, just moderate, and, you know, DXY is kind of just back in the range. A bunch of different reasonings, right? So, and right, so I got out here. That was a good exit, considering, like, it's sort of just been ranging for another 25 minutes. And then it's good to see, like, what happened, and then, like, how many more minutes did it take to reach this higher profit target, right? So for me, between this high of day and my first profit target was 17 points. So for me, that's just, like, not worth it. If it was like 50 points, you know, and if it was like a different day of the week, it's a different story. Tanya, how does one draw an inverted fair value gap from where to where? So any fair value gap or any kind of them, you just measure. It's a 3-candle sequence, and you measure it from the low of the candle previous the imbalance to the high of the candle after it, right? So from this to this, that's your fair value gap. This is inverted once we closed above it. Well, it depends. Some people say if we just like went above it or whatever. I say closed. And then this, so example of a fair value gap, not inverted, just a regular one, right? So from this candle high to this candle low. And you could use the control button for a magnet, right? The control button on your keyboard for it to act as a magnet to different points. Okay, so far literally just ranging, creating a bull flag. The more time that it spends here and is not closing above a high, the more I'm inclined to think this is going to fail. Especially like ES now is very much not doing much. I don't know if it is below the 830 low now. Not yet. Can I trade on TW with Top Step? Do you mean TV, Trading View? The answer is yes. I have all three. I trade with, I mean, not all three, right? There's so many trading firms now, but the three I use are Apex, My Funded Futures, and Top Step. So if you want, the links are there in the description. Can you please show how did you plot SMTES? Yeah. So just make sure. So I was looking at the 15 at that moment, right? And I had this order block marked out along with this fair value gap. And I noticed that we took a low. This is often liquidity it goes for. If there's a low that didn't fill a fair value gap, that's liquidity. So NQ took this low, right? Mark out the 8 a.m. low. However, if you go to ES, which I have on another screen right here, at the time, if I go to 15-minute, this is the 8 a.m. low. At the time, it was like 10. It did not. That was your SMT. Right? Even so, right now, it didn't take this low. But I'm interested to see what's happening now. Like right now, this like low probability conditions, I'm happy I got out of my trade, right? It's just like, you know, if this was the stronger one, made a higher low, but now it's just like barcoding and going lower while NQ is holding up. That's just the low probability conditions. And also at the time, which was nice to see, YM just like had bounced in this like order block and fair value gap. So at that time, that was like a PD array where all the three indices were moving up together. But NQ is typically the stronger sister recently, and tech moves faster and is stronger. So that's why I typically trade NQ. You know, tech has been leading. Let's go now NQ, someone says. You guys, let's vote. Will this bull flag work? There's no default possibility to copy your trades of Ninja. You need the tool flow bots, yeah. There's no built-in copy trader with Ninja Trader. And there's no built-in one for trading view either. I want to ask the chat, will this bull flag work, you guys? It will work as soon as I get out, Adrian says. I'm not going to say what I think. Someone says Quant Tower. Yeah, you can use Quant Tower. I just really like the NinjaTrader advanced trade management options, right? I've gone over that before, but I like that. Like, as soon as you saw me like hit buy bid, and I didn't have to put in my stop loss and take profit. It automatically had a 20-point stop and 50-point take profit. I just had to adjust the lines a bit. That was it. That's why I really like NinjaTrader, the advanced trade management tool. Someone says, I think no. Someone said, I shorted in the top. Pray for me, guys. Moment of silence. We'll pray for you. So ES just took the 830 low, which is interesting, right? So ES is all the way, in like comparison, ES is like all the way down here right now. So low probability trading right now. So ICT was like, get it, you guys enjoy your day. So I'm watching this, so just to see, you know, we'll keep watching by like 11:15ish or so, 11:10 I think, to see if it's gonna hit. But basically, if I was in this trade, let's say I took the profit, only a partial, and I held, seeing that it's not in sync anymore with ES, and ES is dropping lower, and there's no closes above highs, it keeps stalling, I would get out of my trade personally. And especially it's after 1050, right? 1050 started and didn't really start any sort of run. So it's interesting, there's 50-50 right now about the bull flag, right? I thought it would be like more of a difference. It's my opinion that this is going to fail, right? We're just drawing a retail bull flag, and do not edit a montage of me doing this. I'm just... Be careful. Someone's gonna edit this and be like, ICT, your daughter's now trading retail. No, I'm just showing that it's gonna fail because of this lack of displacement, and now we have a bearish displacement below these lows. Look, it's not looking good. Why? Because ES like all the way down here right now. Yeah, he's gonna get mad. Oh my god, he's still here. Bro. I thought you left. It's too funny. I'm just saying this is a failed bull flag. It's not gonna work. Showing a retail concept failing. You know, and then people go into Patrick's chat and they're like, Tanya's making fun of you or something. Tanya's like roasting you. I'm like, I'm just pointing out a retail pattern that's gonna fail. It's not I don't even know if he's in a trade or not, okay? I'm sorry. Or I say like breakout traders are gonna like lose out here. Okay. I'm obviously I'm not listening to someone else's live stream. I want everyone to win, honestly. That's not possible. So you're gonna win some, lose some. So, you know, it failed this middle one. So I'm sure there are people that put stops here, thinking it's gonna break out. Took this. We're just watching now like this, how would you say? Consolidation, seek and destroy, whatever you want to call it. This is weird. Look at this like volume imbalance in here. I'm marked. If there's like two lined up, right? There's this, a volume imbalance, and this, I just include it in one. You know, ES took this low now. I don't know. There's really nothing to do here. I'm just watching to see what happens by 11:10. Like, it failed. I mean, it's just gonna, in my opinion, probably just come back in the middle of the range, maybe back to here. What is the middle of the range of the day? So far, really good. Honestly, I'm just happy with my trade. Really good exit, really good entry. Very satisfying. How many points did I lock in there? 93.5 to 34.5. Nice. Like 41 points. Okay, middle of the range is like this, back into this. Back to the inverted fair value gap we go. We'll see. So likely it's just gonna be like, comes back in here, takes these lows but doesn't close below them, just wicks it. So putting both people in a tough spot. Like, I can't imagine if I was in log. No, I'm happy I got out. Pay the trader, you take out the money to the first target. Or, I mean, low-hanging fruit, kind of. I like the bridge building series. That's like one of my favorites. Because it's like, oh, you could think that the liquidity is higher, but you don't. Like, you can just build a bridge to that area and still make money. Right? I don't have to be completely right about this getting hit. What time is it? 11:10? So this did fail. What did the chat say? Will this bull flag work? And mostly said no. Yeah. Someone's saying short it, Tanya. Thanks, Tanya. Listen to your explanation as trades are playing out either way. It's very educating. Many of us are visual learners. You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, it's not working. Wicked this and this. I think we're going to come back in this inverted fair value gap. Take out this low. People stops are here for the bull flag. See what happens by 11:10. Like, I don't think anything's going to happen, so pretty good trade reasoning. I don't think I could ask for better there. What's your favorite series? 2022 model. 2022 series. All 41 episodes. Watch the first episode. You're not supposed to skip the first episode. And within that series, episode 12 is the best one. Most complicated. You won't get it the first time, but after you like watch it the series a second time and you have more experience, then things will start to click better. Yeah. Let me put in the free notes here for you. Do. If you want my free notes, I'll put it in the chat right now for the 2022. Let me see right here. Is your monitor up high on the wall? People ask me. I guess so, but I have 4 monitors and they're large, so that's why I'm like looking up. However, your monitor should be above eye level. You know why? You actually get more energy if you're looking up. If you're looking down, you're actually gonna like fall asleep. So yeah, failed. Let's see if it come back in here. It does help you be more awake. I have 4 monitors. Like, what am I gonna do? You need access? That doesn't make sense. Boo. Okay, let me go to the tweet. Let me just go to my Twitter highlights then. It's probably a different file name link. Bum 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 bum. Dun 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 dun. Alright, here you go. Okay, so failed bull flag. Yeah, came back all the way down here. Congrats if you took the short. When we spoke about why I would have, had I been in the long still, I would have cut it at this point here. Probably at this point when you see a bearish fair value gap form after stalling 1, 2, 3 times. Right? And the creative bearish fair value gap. So by 11:10 it was the short. Back to the lower end of the range. Cool. So we said that all the stops were here, and you see like it had a very strong reaction to it and through it. Yeah, and I don't think it doesn't make me bearish to think that we're gonna go all the way to the low of the day either. You know, it's still seek and destroy for me. I don't know. Like I said, I'm happy. Done with the day here. And yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. Feel free to check out my other videos on my trades, my review videos. And thanks for coming, everyone. We will be back here tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. and I will be doing one last giveaway of 3 Apex 50K accounts. And stay safe, everyone. Don't push it today. Stay safe and stay green. We'll see you guys tomorrow.